The time is 2:00 p.m.
Yay! Hello everyone! Welcome to another stream! I'm back again in the somewhat cleaned up crafting room, and I don't know if you can see, but we got the Gerald in the back. I still haven't really put anything in him to make him less top heavy, but I have a little table over here now that he can stand on, and we got there we go, my little embroidered slime that I did, which I think I forgot to post, and now that I mention it, I completely forgot to tell that I'm live. So give me a second. I completely did not forget that. Why would you say that? It's not like I forgot yesterday as well. Oh. But it's okay. It's a slow start for today, which is not the worst. Oh no. No message. Yes. Thank you. Werken aan Windows. En dan dus kopiëren. Den backtrack. Veel promotion. There we go. And then hue. Still promotion. Also, if you haven't seen yet, we're almost close to 150 followers. And I forgot to put it in the title, but whenever we do hit that goal though, it's gonna be a really fun stream that day. Or when I plan it in, I mean. Because for what I have planned for when that day comes, for when we finally hit 150 followers on Twitch, is, let me use the torch before. I'm gonna do a piano stream, and not just any piano stream. We're gonna look for a song together with chat. Of course, it's gonna be an easier song that I can learn in like a day, and then I'm gonna play that song. It might, if it's like a very easy one, and we can do it within the stream and learn it and like play it. I'll do that. And maybe if, you know, if you still have time left, we might do a second song. But for now, I think going just for one song, because I have a piano, but I've never learned the piano actually. Like, I tried it once before, but I never really got that far, unfortunately. But that's okay, it's not the worst. But yeah, let's go on what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna move you guys a little bit over here, because I'm not working over here, I'm working over here, you know. Camera placement's always tricky. But yeah, as you can see, I've already sewn the panels together. So wait, let me go back, or I'm gonna go to this one. No, but then it's, because this is this part. Ooh, boop, boop. Yeah, I really need to iron that a bit better. But this is the cape. Whee! Of course, there's still a few details to be made, but look, it looks fancy though, and it looks really pretty with all the details now. Because I made a mock-up of this before, but you know, that's just plain unbleached cotton fabric, and you know, it's very ugly. Oh, but yeah, I sewed it together so that I can do the last little bits that I need to do to finish it. Also, I really hope I sewed that together well enough. So I don't know if I need to go a bit further. Let me grab my reference pictures of the back. I think you can't see it. Wait, let me go to my. Oh, dang, bruh. Here I write. Put some. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Put it over there. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm definitely gonna need that picture. Because I made a bunch of pictures when making this cosplay. It's always fun to see back of all the stuff that you made, but I think I'll be fine with that one. I can always sew a bit more together, you know, that's never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing, but because I'm gonna put something over here, and those I'll do after I'm done with the other one, and I put that over here because I cut this little piece out, and this is gonna be a little wing. It's gonna go over here, and I have this little thingy that I'm gonna lay on top of it, and I'm gonna, I forgot to grab that pencil, but I'm gonna draw on it so that we, with embroidery thread, can sew it on, or like I will put it on there with just a very simple stitch so that it's it won't move, it's stuck on there, and then do the embroidery, because I did that for the hat as well, and it worked really well. But before that, I'm gonna put the last little detail of this blue, the blue one, on here. It's gonna require a lot of pins again, because I'm only able to put this on here after I've sewn the seam there. And I actually do need this here. That one goes back, I need that. And that's what we're gonna do today, and I think we're gonna start on the little wings. I don't know how far I'll go today, or how far I'll get today. But I think we can get pretty far, at least with this. This is gonna take about an hour and a half or an hour. Because spinning it down is gonna take a while, then sewing it, and then, you know, that's finished. And then going to the second one. Because I'm first gonna pin everything down. Because that's the... Oh wait, no, I did grab the pencil. Never mind, I lied to myself. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Very simple, very easy. And then for me, I'll have to figure out a few things I'll do off stream or not. But that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Because afterwards, we're gonna continue with these little things. I finished all of them, by the way, so I'm gonna have to take a picture of them before I do that. But we put white fabric onto this base fabric with a what is it called again? An applique stitch that you learn when quilting, or at least I did that. I learned it when I started quilting. I learned how to put other fabric onto another piece of fabric with it making, because I can do this with like the machine as well, but then you've got a little stitch here on the side or at the edge. But with the stitch that I'm using, it's kind of seamless, and of course if you look closer you can like see the little dots here that something has been sewn, but from far away you don't really notice that, unless you have a really good eye for stuff like that, and I personally don't realise it that often when I look back at it. Well, not as much, I mean. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. Or, I mean, Monday. Gee, it's already Monday. Yesterday it was Sunday. And yesterday we had a really cool stream as well. Yesterday I did another gaming stream. Yesterday I was Mikoto for a day. Or my cute OC that I have made. And I love him. He's such a cute and beautiful character. Honestly. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I can still listen messenger. Yeah, let's put that out. Sorry, just some behind the stuff, because I was watching a stream before and they stopped. And that's okay. And yes, this shape does look different from the others. But technically in the game it also looks very weird, because it's all stretched out, because physics don't work in games. Or like, it's not as it's not as in real life, basically. And it looks very funny. But yeah. Or it can look very funny. But I'm gonna try and get this thing. It's always so flippin' difficult to do the thingy. yeah. It is hot in here. You know what? You might have some kids in the background talking and stuff, but it's hot. So I'm gonna open the window for a bit. Although, I mean, how warm is it gonna be today actually? How hot is it today? Oh, it's gonna be 26 degrees today. Dang. That's warm. That's really warm. At least compared to the other days that we've had so far this August. Also, very exciting news. Because we're moving so fast with the cape, we're almost halfway of finishing it, actually. So yeah. After today's stream, we're getting closer to halfway, because this is only the top part of it. I think the second half of the game is going to be the most difficult one, because that one has a lot more detail that has to be done, and a lot of pieces being sewn by hand, not only on the outside layer but on the lining as well, which is the difficult thing. Yes, there's a lot of fabric. Oh, I do need to, because I don't have an egg yet. It's like a thing that you can use to iron things. I don't have that yet, and I really want to get one, but hopefully tomorrow I'll get my money from my work. So, and that includes my raise as well. So I'm gonna get more money. More monies. Which I like, because I don't remember how much of a raise I'm gonna get. But if it's at least 5%, I'm gonna have 470 euros, which is like a lot for me, because I normally don't make that much money, unfortunately. Minimum wage as a young adult is really sad. Ow. That hurts. There we go. First one is pinned down. I think that looks about right. It looks okay. I'm working with a lot more than I'm used to. Because normally I was just working with like one panel, but now they're all together, and now it's just like, it looks so good though. I'm so happy with it, and it flows so nicely as well. It's so nice. It's so nice. Also, now that I think about it, do I have that in my bookmarks? Yeah, I do. Because how much was that again? Oh, that's not that much. Nice. I can buy that. I can definitely buy that. But I do need to be careful though with not spending too much immediately, because I do want to... I mean, there are two things that are more important than the cushion. And that's definitely stuff for my sewing room and a second monitor. Those are on my priority list. And also shoes. Shoes is the third one. Because I really need to buy new shoes. Honestly, it's a problem. It's not good. I need new shoes. I can do. Bem nothing. Kids. They're just so funny with all the things that they say. So funny. So, I do need to look at that. That's not really... Also, it's a bit dirty in this one. Because I'm trying to find a way to attach and detach something to... my cosplay without, you know, that because there's something that on the cape, but I want to wash the cape, but that I can't do that when when there's something on there that's made out of foam. So I think I'm gonna use like the thing that you can have for like for a necklace, because this was supposed to be a necklace at one point, but I destroyed it. So, but I think I'm gonna look online if I can buy these, like these little thingies, so that I don't have to destroy this, because I might want to make something out of this in the future, maybe. I'll have to see. But yeah, I was looking if I had a spare one, but I don't. So, although I do have this that I want to keep. It's gonna be very important because I will sew that onto the cape so that I can attach that to the thing, if that makes sense. Okay, the last pins. Now let's pin it to this, or at least try to. That's the other one for reference. I don't need that one. That's what I'm done with that. So also, now that I think about it, I think I missed something from yesterday. Give me a second. just gonna go back into my own stream. I don't remember when it was though. No, never mind, I'll ask how it went later. Because I am still streaming, I suppose. But yeah, now both of them are pinned down and now we need to sew them on to the fabric with the satin, no, not the satin stitch. But say it right, it's the applique stitch. There we go. I'm really good at remembering things, as you can tell. I'm really good at it. My hands, they look ugly because I've been sewing so much. At least by hand, that is. And there we begin with the sewing. And immediately I have a knot. Great. There we go. It's probably going to happen a lot though, because I did pick or grab a long thread. And that's normally what happens when you do that. We have knots. What the hell were they doing? There's a lot of people sitting outside now, but which I can understand. It's a very sunny day outside today, so why the heck not sit in your front yard or garden, whatever you want to call it, in the front of your house where the sun is. Because for us, our house is in such a way that right now I guess you can sit both in the front and in the back. But mostly we would sit in the backyard because there's where the sun for us will be. That is where our sun is. That didn't go well at all. Yeah, there we go. No, I should sit better in front of the thing. Whoop. Well, I can probably work better as well. Oh, I have very good posture. I'm trying my best. I'm glad I went back though. It does make it look better. But yeah, after I'm done with all these details, I can put on the collar as well for this cape, because this has a collar as well, and it's a big wide one that flips outwards. And yeah, I could have sewn that on now as well, but I didn't want that, because now I already have like a lot more in the way, as you can see, and having a collar like on the neckline already as well is like putting extra things in the way that I don't necessarily need to have. Oh, it looks so pretty together already. Can't wait to take a picture of it, honestly. But I just put not out of there. Jesus. Okay, but Jesus. Why you do this to me? But yeah. Then we're almost like kind of halfway, I suppose. Like at least done with the first part, and the first part is what I call this part. And then the second part is the longer, more detailed part of the cape. do you keep doing this to me? It's annoying. You know what? You guys can come up a little closer. No, okay, you can't see my head. That is good. I mean, you can't see it on on the other the webcam. My beautiful, beautiful camera. I tried to put my new camera on here, but for some reason it was all wiggly or like it wasn't stable, so that's why I don't have it on there yet. It was a bit weird. I don't know why it did that. To be very fair, I don't know. I don't know why, but I guess that's just how it went. Gotta probably figure it out as well. It's probably something like, oh, I should have just done that. You know, that kind of situation of like, I could have just done this and then it would have been fixed. Stupid and easy things like that sometimes just happen, you know? They just happen. And Upcycly, hello, welcome. I hope you have a lovely lurk. And I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. We're working on the cape again. And I'm putting the last blue details on it. So now it continues. Because this was empty first. And I also sewed all of the pieces together, so now it's a full panel instead of all the pieces apart from each other. Yeah, we've just been chilling. We've just been here. It's the Monday. It's always, I don't know why, but my Mondays are always quite quieter, I've realised, and you know, that's okay. I can understand it's the first day of the week. Some people are just very busy with work and other stuff. And it's not Corona time anymore. And I mean, some people do have vacation, but or just don't have work, or are self-employed and can just watch streams whenever they want to because they're their own boss. yeah, now that everything's sewn together, it's a bit more of a hassle to work with it. But it's alright, it's not too bad. I can work with it. You know. Oh, oh, I'm sorry for that. Let me just... Because it's a bit... This one's also just top heavy. I am so sorry for that. You know what? I think that's... You know, this is the most stable it can be. Oh, I really didn't mean to do that. Technical difficulties, guys. I am so sorry. I hope that didn't make anyone seasick or motion sick. Oh. And there's my pink cushion. There we go. On to the last little bit. And then we've got the first, or the second last blue thingy done. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it looks better than the one in game. Because I mean, I can show you guys what it looks like because I have a lot of pictures. Oh wait, that doesn't really show it well enough. That also doesn't show it. Yeah, because especially the side piece is like very much stretched out and stuff. It's a lot wider than the rest of it, which just makes it look a little weird. But then again, it's a game character. It's what you can expect. Yeah. But yeah, today is nice, chilling, a relaxing day. Not as energetic, but that's okay. We're getting things done and that's important. At least to me it is. No. There we go. That's the first one done. I guess I'll have to iron this again as well. But yeah. Oh, that looks so good. It looks so seamless as well. Now on to the other one and then we're done with that detail. Like this is the last one. And then one more detail, which is the little wings. which we're gonna embroider, which is gonna take a bit longer, of course. Because when would it not? But yeah, we're gonna do that. And then it's onto these little thingies. I think depends on how much energy I'm gonna have tomorrow, or before the other stream. I might finish embroidering the wings, or maybe not, and we'll continue on that. And then, depending on how long that will take with the next stream, we're gonna continue on with these all these little guys, which I'm still nervous on how I'm gonna put that in the cape. It's gonna be a challenge, but I can do the challenge. I can do it. I mean, I've gotten so far with everything. I mean, how hard can it be? At least I'm already getting pretty far. And then comes the second part, and that's just gonna be... oh boy. It's gonna be quite a lot. But I can do it. I can do it. And that didn't go. Set right there. Oopsie. I can fix that. The struggle with this. Having it sit nicely. And it's gonna get caught new. Nice. Just what I wanted. That's too far away. There we go. Boom. No, that's just my t-shirt. Why do you keep making this stupid ass knot? I don't want you to do that. Rare. I have so many thoughts today. I'm like, what's the weather gonna be like tomorrow? Really? It's gonna rain tomorrow. Something that I didn't want. Because I hope to go to a store tomorrow after work to buy a second monitor. Or at least to see which one I like the most. And then I'm gonna buy it online. Because I don't think I can carry a screen on my bike. I don't think that's a
The time is
good idea.
3:00 p.m.
Things like that. For anyone who's new here, my laptop is part of my stream. And they're such a good bean. But I need to finish this little thing here before I can give them a little thanks. Because they're very, very good. They're a good bean. Yes. Things like that. And you're not as hot. Yee. That's what I like as well, because I've got a new stand for my laptop finally. I have an official thing instead of a weird thing. Also, I forgot that ads are playing. But that's okay. So much fabric. So much. Ow. I can't wait until this is finished. It's gonna look so good. I really can't wait. It's gonna be such a good cosplay. And I also just need to finish the hat. I really need to do that. But I keep forgetting to do the thingy. Because I'm like, but I want to do this for the cape now. And it's very understandable. And I'm like, I also need to do that. Also, hydration. It's important. Yes. Because we don't want to be dehydrated today. Because it's quite warm. Well, not in here anymore. It's quite chill now. But at the beginning it was quite warm, and I don't know why. Maybe because I was doing a lot of stuff before. Otherwise I was like, it's so warm in here. Because I was actually doing something. Because I was moving some stuff around, because this week's Friday I'll be buying some cool furniture for my sewing room. Which I'm very hecking excited for, because that means the sewing room's going to be even more organised. And it's going to look a lot more clean, and it's going to look amazing, basically. Which is what I want. Because it's a bit of a mess now. But it's also because I need to just finish on projects, to be honest. I've not been doing that. And then, yeah, of course it's going to be messy, because you've got all this stuff laying around that you're not cleaning up or like finishing and working away, and yeah, of course then it's gonna be messy because there's all this stuff laying around. And we just have a lot of boxes that we want to move into prettier boxes, basically. But yeah, actually, the upcoming Sunday, I'll actually show show the sewing room. I'm actually planning on doing a stream in the sewing room, which is very exciting. Of course. No, I don't want to mess it up. You there, and you there. Grab anything so afraid. That's not good. No. Oh, that's not what I want. You stupid. There we go. And that's the other one done as well. Now we got all 4 of them. Ta-da! On each side, so that's 8 of them. 8 of them done. Whee! Oh, I can't wait to take a picture of this when it's done. Cause look! It now has all those details. Whee! Now I can technically put it back on again. Be like, look at that. Look how pretty. I also do need to sew, iron that better. But wee! Look at that. And it's not done yet. I know. It isn't done. Oh, but look at how nice that sits. This one sits a bit better. But that's alright. Like, this shoulder stuff was difficult. The most difficult part of it. And I think with just if I iron it a bit better, and you know, this is always gonna happen. But when it looks like this, it looks pretty good. Whee! Yeah. Now onto the last little bit. I just realized how this one is not put correctly on the screen. Oh wait, let me nope, wrong one, but that's okay. Yeah, and hello Bimo, welcome. I was showing off my beautiful cape that I'm making for Venti. Welcome in. I hope you are doing well. I just finished sewing this on, this little piece. And yeah, I also did this one. Because those were the only ones left to do for this. Oh, I'm doing really well. Today is a very chill day because it's Monday. Yeah, right, I said the correct. Because I keep saying Sunday for today, but it's not Sunday. But yeah. I'm really, like, I've been having vacation. And it's been doing really well because I've been able to work on my cosplay a lot, and I've also been working quite a bit, but last week I was just a bit stupid. But now I can, like, I don't have that much work anymore, which is nice. Which I can just, you know, relax and do some cosplay. That's all I want to do. Because I have summer vacation still. Yeah, right. Yes. Now we're on to the last detail for the first part. That are the little wings. But I'm gonna have to grab a reference picture because I keep forgetting where it's placed. On the cape. tables. Because I believe it's around. I do need to place them. The same way. I will want to put them a bit higher, but that's what they're gonna be. Oh, yes, I'm enjoying vacation quite a bit, and it's really nice. It's like I've been having a big summer vacation because I just finished. Like I finished a study that I was doing. So I finished that. I got my diploma, and I'm very happy with it. I think that's around the same way. And yeah, oh, thank you. Yes, I'm making a cosplay. This is, I don't know if you know, but the character below me is the character that I'm making. That's Venti from Genshin Impact. And I'm a big fan of Genshin. And I love their character designs, and I wanted to make a cosplay, but I wanted to start with something that was a bit easier, at least in my eyes. Because Genshin cosplays are like, if you want to make them yourself, you can make it very, very complicated, or you can like make some things easier depending on what you want to do. But I'm going all out for this because I just love this character so much. I love the cosplay, and or I just love the character design, and I really want to make it. And I'm not only making it because I love it so much, but I'm also making it for a contest. So I don't know how well I'm gonna do. But I think they're gonna love it, because I've all of the patterns that you see, like I just showed this one, like I made this myself. This is like a little template, because I'm gonna do some embroidery for the little wings here. And but before that, I'm gonna sew it like with a very simple stitch by hand, because I love doing things by hand, because that one, that shows my skill, and two, it's just very, very relaxing, and I just love to do it. But it just takes a bit longer. And I've already been working on this cosplay for a year now. If you wanna see some things that I've already made, I've got some cool stuff. I got some cool stuff that I have on hand. Of one thing I don't have on hand, but I can show you pictures if you want. But yeah, I've been making this cosplay for a year now. I'm not even near to be finished because of how much work I put into it. Because like all of these pieces of like details, like you see here, this one you can only see if I make a shadow, because cameras be really well. But like this little white piece over here, I did all of that with hand sewing, with a technique called applique, or an applique stitch, which I learned when I started quilting. And it's been such a lovely thing to do. And yeah, I hope to I don't know if I'll win in the competition, but first of all I have to get into the competition, and the one that I'm gonna try first is one that there'll be a raffle, or at least I think there's gonna be, because last time there was one, and I'm not sure if they're gonna do that again or not. But if they're gonna do that, I'm just like, I don't know if I'll get in or not, because they're gonna do a raffle. But if I don't get into that one, there is a different competition that I could also go and enter into. And there, you know, there's always a second try, a second chance. And I'll look into that whenever this is finished, because I don't know how long this is gonna take. Like, this might take even longer than I think it will. And I just don't know yet. Because, I mean, I've been able to finish a few things already. but I've not finished everything yet. And it's gonna be quite a challenge to figure out when I'll be finished. You know? That's the more difficult thing. I don't know when I'll be finished. So I'm gonna place the hoop on here, because that's gonna help me make or sew this on a bit better. Is that already fitting? Alright. No. I don't want you to catch on there. Because I'm just gonna simply sew this on so that it's not gonna move around. It's not really, this is what it's gonna be. That's not, this not gonna work. And then we'll start on doing a bit of embroidery, which is very simple. I'm just gonna do a satin stitch. Which is very easy to do. Or at least I found out, because I'm still a beginner with embroidery. I'm not the best. But I found that a satin stitch is an easier one to do. That I did for the hat as well. I did the same thing. Because also I just gotta show you something that I'm very proud of soon as well. But first is what I want to show. Because I did some embroidery for the hat as well. And this is what I did for the little diamonds. What I'm doing right now as well is just sew a little piece of fabric on there and then do a satin stitch all the way around. This one was a bit more difficult, but it's not too bad. And I did a stem stitch here all around to make the circles, and a kind of like another satin stitch for the little triangle thingies. And yeah, this is the hat. It's not finished yet, but it's pretty good. Or at least I'm very proud of it. It's gonna sit like this. It's a bit bigger, and the shape's a little different than Venti's hat, but I think I got the shape of it alright. Because I've never made a hat before, so very challenging. And I also made a wig. This is my, because I'm very proud of it. I'm gonna show it off every single time I can. But yeah, I made this wig. It's completely made out of yarn as well. And yeah, it's very lovely, and I'm so proud of this one. I just want to show it up every single time. I'm not the best with styling, but I think I did an okay job with creating his like spikes and such. But it's not the best, you know. But I'm at least very proud of what I was able to do. Because I'm also working on a budget with this cosplay. Or well, kind of. I'm trying. But it can be quite a bit. So yeah, that's what I've made so far. I also made the shorts already. Those are finished. But I don't have there in my closet. In my normal room. Because this is my crafting room. And I love it here. But yeah, that's what some of the things that I've already done. So yeah. And now today I'm just working on the cape. This is the first part as well, because I put, like, I wanted to do it in 2 phases technically. So this is like phase 1, which is the most upper part of the cape, and then I'm gonna move, when this is done, I'm gonna move on to the second part of phase 2, or like part 2 is better for wording for the cape, which is the longer and more detailed one. Whoopsie. Because how can I not make something without not a ton of detail? That's boring. Yeah. But yes, that's all for today, mostly. I'm gonna go for like 2 more hours. Till my laptop said it's 5 p.m. basically. Oh well, no, 1.5 hours. I didn't look at the time. It's already later than I thought it was. Which isn't the worst. It makes sense. But yeah. And then on Wednesday, yes, I'll be back, and I'm either gonna finish the wings, or these little wings here, and then I'm gonna continue on the last details for this part of the cape, and then we can go to the most detailed part of the cape. But before that, because I made all these little thingies, I don't know what to call them, but these are the last part that I need to, because I need to do a bit embroidery on these as well, with this beautiful, I don't know how well you can see, but it is shiny. Oh yeah, that's how you see it, like shiny bit of yarn actually, because I didn't have beige embroidery anymore, so I mean I can technically use yarn as well. It's a little thicker, but that's not too bad. I think that's okay. There we go. Nowhere. Turn it off. Yes. And that's the first one sewn on. There we go. Take out because that's a nice thing as well. I can take out all the pins then as well. And then we got a little wing. So cute. You're so cute. Because first of all, I completely forgot to make a pattern of these. Because it's such a small detail, it's very easy to miss a detail. Or at least I think it is easy to miss a detail. Because there are just so many hecking details in this cosplay that you can just miss. Yeah, I am gonna get a new thread though, because this isn't long enough for my liking. Da-da-dum. You can go there. Now I do need the one, so da-da-dum. Well, there it is. But yeah, man, that's quite alright. It's alright if I make a too long thread, because I'm definitely gonna be sewing on with white in the future anyway, so it's okay. There we go. There we go. Up. And we sew. Sorry if I'm working off screen again. I have a habit of doing that. It's not a good habit. At least I don't think it is. Oh yeah, you can go back. This one's one as well. This one can go. Okay. And also, yes, I do get quiet sometimes, but that's because I'm very, very, very concentrated. But you know, that's okay. Sometimes quiet streams can be fun as well. Sometimes I'm just very, very energetic and chatty. But not today, I suppose. Yesterday I was really chatty. But that's also because we did a game stream. Because I also play games. I've been playing Undertale recently. Which basically is yesterday. It's very, very recent. I did lie. It's been a lot of fun. There we go. Do-do-do. There we go. That is sewn on. There we go. I think that's the only thing. It's a bit to work with now. But I'm also getting a bit tired again. Because I am doing a lot of crafting today. And when I, do sewing like that, when I get so concentrated, I just get really tired faster than if I'm not. It's a bit weird, but I don't know why it does that. But anyway, I put all of my threads away because I don't need those anymore. Because now it's on to doing putting something on the so that I can know where I need to use these things, where I need to do the embroidery. I hope I kind of did. I'm a bit close over there. I'm gonna put my phone over there for now. And then don't worry, I am using a special kind of pen that will be erased with when I iron it, it'll be erased. So don't you worry. I'm not ruining it, luckily, because that would have been a tragedy if I did. Yeah, that's the first one. Now on to you. Yeah, there we go. And I in the lines. Yeah. Now I don't need that one anymore. Just start a little bit with this one. Yeah. At least I got the general gist of it. Yeah. Oh. Wow, didn't know it did that. But okay. Because I got this, because it's a little darker, and I think, and sleeves, hello, welcome on in. I am gonna do some embroidery, which is gonna be very easy and satin stitch, but yeah, I'm gonna make some little wings. Because I don't know if you guys, but I put some pen on it, a special pen though that will be erased. Yeah, I can actually, because I sewed it together a bit. But I can wear it now. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Ta-da! Because today I put these little ones on here because I only could do those when I've sewn all the seams together. And now I'm making the little wings on the back, which I completely forgot the first time around when I made the patterns. But yeah, it's looking really good. And it's so flowy. And I can't wait, because this is the first part of the cape. The second part is gonna be even more details than this part, because I mean, of course this one is already quite a lot of details. But I also have these. This is a tire pile of, like, I can show you where these, because this goes eventually underneath here. It's really hard to see because my camera thinks these both are white, but one of them is beige. But yeah, I'm really happy how it's turning out, and now I'm gonna do some embroidery. At least I hope it's gonna go alright. I'm not the best at it yet, but I'm learning. Yeah, it's a lot of layers, because this is just the first part, and then the second part is like, it goes from the neckline, but then it is separate from this part, because they will be connected by the neckline, but this one can basically go upwards, and then you have I mean, I can show you on a picture, because I've made the mock-up of this before, and it was very interesting how this, because this is Genshin. It's very complicated sometimes. But let me show, because this one looks a little ugly, but I tried it before, and then the pink section is what I've been doing right now, and then the beige, or like unbleached cotton, is the second part, which goes like, this is the edge of it right here, but this is not the edge of the pink part, which is like, and it also goes underneath the pink part, and it connects via the neckline, or at least that's how I figured it out, because like there is where it stops. This is the front as well, which, like, ta-da! This is like, because I've been making this cosplay for a year now, and I'm finally able to finish a lot of things, but it's been a while already, and everything been looking very pretty and so beautiful, and I get so excited whenever I can start on something again, because making the patterns and such is also very exciting, but you don't know quite how everything's gonna turn out until you actually start making it. Yeah, this is Genshin. But I'm so happy when I'm making this. but I'm also gonna try this different way. Because I saw a crafty jellyfish do it like this. No. Okay. I'm not the best with hoops, but I do notice that it's a lot nicer to work with hoops. Hoopity hoops. Nope, that's too far. No, that's the same way. Me. Because I want to try it this way, but I've not done that before. I think that'll be alright. There we go. I have to use hoops. I get terrible hang. Yeah. Also that, but also I've noticed with the tension, at least when I did the hat, because I got some beautiful embroidery to show you. Will that stay? No. There we go. But I also did some embroidery for the hat. Ta-da! Because this is what I'm gonna do, what I did for these little diamonds as well. This is the same thing that I'm gonna do for the little wings, because it's a lot of difficult curves for these to do them with how I did the blue details on here, because I did that with basically with what you do with quilting with an applique stitch. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna do the little wings as well. And this is the first time I tried embroideries for the hat with like a beautiful stem. Or at least that's what I've learned from the 15-minute YouTube video that I watched. But it looks very pretty, and I'm really proud of it as well. Because this was the first one I did. Like, it isn't as... But at the end, like, this is the one I love the most. This is the prettiest one, because it has the sharpest edges. And I'm so proud of it. And like the hat is a little different than the one in the game, because games and such. But I tried my best, and I really love it. Oh, thank you. I'm really proud of that, because I've never done that one before. It's like, I've never done this before, but it's turning out amazing, and I love it. I love it. Oh, if it slips in the hoop, you can wrap the smaller hoop in. Yeah, I suppose I could, but I've not really had a problem with it. I just placing the hoop, I'm not that good at it yet. And I did it the other way around, but I saw Jelly do it, so I want to try it how Jelly does the hoops. Because I'm curious what the difference is. So I'm just gonna try it. That's mostly why. Like, this is more difficult than how I do it. Or how I've done it before. But yeah, I'm very happy how neat it turned out, because the difficult thing about the circle that I made is I had like normal embroidery like this, but I had like, I don't know what to call it, but it's like thread that is gold that I put together with the embroidery thread, and that's not all of them. But they kept moving around and such, because they're like threads combined with another thread. And that was the annoying part of it, that is, I needed to reorganize it a bit before I continued. So it took a bit, but I did it, and it turned out amazing. And it's now really pretty, because I was looking for this thread, because I have this is pretty gold, but I couldn't find it. So I had a different solution to make it also pretty. And I think, because this one is pretty thin, I think if I used this one, it wouldn't be how it turned out now. And I think I'm really happy that I forgot it, that I forgot where it was. And hello, Sunkoi, welcome on in. I'm gonna start with embroidery again. So you came in at a great time, because I'm making little wings for the cape, and it's looking really neat already, even though I haven't started again. But yeah, more embroidery, because I already finished these little ones, because I've been putting a lot of detail on the cape, but this one I could only do when I sewn the shoulder seam, so like this seam over here. So now those are on as well on both sides, and now I'm doing little wings. Oh, yeah, embroidery. Oh yeah, I know. I'm so happy, and it fits really well. I can't do it now because I have the hoop in here, but it looks really pretty, and I'm just so happy. Though, where will I start with embroidering this? I think around the middle here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be alright, because now it's a very simple satin stitch. Oh, yeah, I'm really happy how all the patterns worked out, because like this one I did need to change a bit, because I wanted to do it with this applique stitch, but then again, this is a very difficult shape, so this was originally on this, but now I cut it out, so I had the template, there we go, so that I can draw on the shape that I want it. And now I'm gonna do it with embroidery instead. But like, this is one pattern, then like these are a few patterns that I've done, and I've got a whole entire pile that I also need to do embroidery for. And then the first part is done, because these are two pieces of fabric put on each other. Like I'm putting my hand in there so that I can create a shadow, so my camera's like, this is a different color of fabric. It's not all white, because if I do like this, it's like, this is a white fabric, clearly, you know. This is all white, but no, it's actually beige and white. Cameras, you know, always lovely. But yeah, it's time for some embroidery. And then after this, we're gonna go to the even more detailed part of this cosplay, which is gonna be the second part of the cape. What's that? No. There we go. I wanted to get closer. But yeah, I'm very happy how all the patterns turned out. But now it's just a lot of fabric to work with. Oh, Vera freaks out whenever Felix is on the desk there, and Black Cat throwing all the white balance off. Oh no. Yeah. Cats do be like that. They just messing with your cameras. I don't have a cat, but I have a dog. And he sometimes goes upstairs whenever he knows I'm here. Or just to be curious, you know, because he's a curious little guy. So, and sometimes he just comes to say hello, which is really cute, because I normally don't want him on stream because he's still like a puppy. He might be 1 year old, but he has a nagging for eating everything he sees. So, you know, with needles and such, I don't trust him with that yet. But he's such a cute bean whenever he does. He's so happy, and I mean, it's pretty hard to show him because he's not that big of a dog. I mean, he can put his head on the desk, which is like really cute when he does that. It's like, what do you do? It's just like, he's so cute. white desk and white fabric, and, and it looks like the servers. Yeah, you know, one time when I was working with white fabric, my camera thought my arm was fabric as well, so it was very bright and my arm was completely white. I was like, I don't know what to do about this. I am so sorry if you're watching in the dark and this is just blasting in your face. Because it was really white. It really was. There we go. Yep, I do notice that with embroidery I'm a bit more concentrated. But that's absolutely glowing, yeah. And this, like, with the shadows and such, it does help a bit with making it less white. But I got a fancy new camera though, or webcam, which I've been using for my VTuber streams. And hopefully, at one point, I am gonna get it working in these streams as well. To either just have 2 cameras or just replace this one. Because this was kind of like the first camera to like start this up, but I don't know for how long I wanted to have it. And I'll see if it's gonna work, because apparently the stand that I have, that little thing that I can screw on it, just keeps wobbling with my new camera, and I'm like, why do you do this? I did not ask you to do this. And that. So I got to figure out what the hell I did wrong. Or if it just doesn't want to work and I need to. Because I'm planning to buy a different thing as well. So that, like, because that happened today as well. My stand for my camera fell. Because it's a bit heavy with, like, when you want the camera facing downwards. So it tumbled forward. Oh. Well, you know, it's okay. So I did a little oopsie. And I'm sorry for people that can get motion sickness because of it. Because it literally fell on me. And I was like, what? What happened? Because I was like handy dandy sewing, like blah 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 blah, and then it just fell. And I'm like, what? There was no wind. Why did you fall? It was very funny though. But yeah, that happened. And with like the new stand, I've got like multiple arms as well. So then if I actually do need a lot of space, I can even put my mic on it as well, on that stand, and I can have it mounted onto my desk, onto this thing over here, or another plank over there that you can't see. Yeah. The camera was like, I don't feel like it today. I'm just gonna fall. So I changed it a bit so that it won't do that again. Because it's not ideal. You know? It's not ideal. Yeah, it is a bit expensive. But hopefully tomorrow, with the raise that I'm gonna get, I'm almost gonna have 500 euros. And I worked really hard for it, and I really want it. And like, I think it was 142 euros. So I can buy it. So, but I have to wait first, because I'm gonna buy some furniture first, and a second monitor. So like, yeah, I've got like 2 payouts before because I stopped, I put in my notice to stop working at the place that I work, because I don't like retail. It's not for me. And I just want to have a weekend after school, and just focus a bit more on school and such stuff like that, because I don't know how difficult it's gonna be for my next study, and the one after that is gonna be, like, if I like it, it's gonna be a lot more demanding than the one I've done previously. So I just want to put my time and effort into that instead of work. Because, I mean, I will be working here and there at my other job, which I technically don't have a... It's a bit complicated, but
The time is
I do like it a lot more than
4
retail
o'clock p.m.
and things like that. Thank you. Give me a second and I'll... There we go. Let's give them a little thanks. Pat pat. And also I'm really glad I got a stand for my laptop so it's a little tilted. That way it won't overheat as fast. Which is like for streams, because like in the summer especially when it's warmer it can get really hot. For the winter I don't mind as much, because then it warms up the room a bit. Because I don't have a radiator in here. Like, it's non-existent. It's not there. But yeah. What was I talking about again? I don't remember. I don't know where the conversation is going. And I also think they're ants. Which I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. There we go. Yeah. But, oh yeah, because I'm underneath now. But yeah, I'm gonna buy a lot of new stuff soon, and the furniture is mostly for the sewing room. So, because it's I don't know, but it still feels like it's quite messy. So I'm planning on buying more calyx so that I can organize it a bit more, which is gonna be really nice. Because I've got a lot of boxes, and I mean, it does help with knowing what you have, but it also kind of looks messy, and there's just a lot of different kind of boxes, so having one type of box is already better than having like this is different type of box, and then you've got another type of box that is actually broken and not that good anymore, or you know that box is gonna break really easily because it's a cheap kind of plastic. And I've realized I don't like that. So having like a better, like, it will also just look nicer. But just having to store like stuff in the calyxes, because I've already got one of them, like a 2x4, and we're gonna buy another 2x4 and a 2x2. And then I'm gonna put all the fabrics that I have in the boxes into nice fabric boxes that can go like perfectly in the calyx. And then that's just gonna look really nice and such. Perpetually messy crafting myself. Yeah, it is. Although this one is also kind of like cleaned up again, because I don't know if you can see, but I have little Gerald in the background. Because there's actually I have a, I don't know what to call it. It's not a closet, but it's something to store things in. And I moved it from the sewing room to this room, because I think this one just fits a lot better in here. So now I've got a bit more space to put stuff on there temporarily, so that I've got this desk that I'm working on, a bit more free space on it, and just to move things around and such. Because I think I got a nice way to put everything, but I do think I want to move stuff around still. Because I'm like, it works right now, but I actually want it better, you know? Looks at all the stuff laying around everywhere. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I love it, like this background thing. I love it like a lot because I can. I mean, I've all my needles in there, in the little cushion over there. I don't know how well you can see it, but I eventually want this, like this whole wall thing with all the lovely cool creations that I've made, and just stuff that I've like. I have got some. I got these as a present from someone that was visiting from China, because the school my brother goes to, they were like having exchange students. So my brother would go a week to China, and he would stay there with the family. But then someone from China would come here and stay with us, like our family. And they brought some gifts, and I got these. And whenever they stay together, you get luck, or that's how they explained it to me. And I think they're cute little guys that I got, and it's a very cute, nice gift. So yeah, I have this one for a very long time already. It's been quite a few years ago actually when that happened, but the guy that stayed here was very nice. Their English was quite good, although they were a bit shy, because I think they felt like their English wasn't that good. But compared to my parents, it was a lot better. So yeah, I got, and I also have a little Christmas star that I quilted, which is like a bit dusty, but. And I got some things that I made, another present, and a new little hoop that I made. Because I forgot to share it everywhere, but yeah, these just won't stay, won't they? Oh well. But I made a little embroidery. It's in a way too big of a hoop, but I did this because I was inspired by what Jelly's been doing, and for Chromacle I did a little embroidery as well of a little villain that is very misunderstood, and this is the surprisingly slime from Genshin, and I think those little slimes are very misunderstood, and they're just cute little beans. And this is specifically the hydro, so the water slime, and I'm gonna put it in a smaller hoop, but this is the smallest that I have, so it looks really small on a really big hoop. But this is in the background as well, and it's very cute. Because I really am happy that I did that as well. But that's what I want for my craft. I love how much I decorated everything, because then it feels like a crafting room to me. It can be very messy and like because I have so much stuff laying around, it always feels busy, and that's always also nice. Like, yes, I am doing something in here. Yes, the slime. Yes. It is the slime that I made. And I'm really proud of it as well, because I've never tried that kind of embroidery before as well, because I'm very new to it. Also, sweaty hands and embroidery don't go well together, and I'm having that problem again. The sweaty hands. Yeah. That's also the problem with this fabric, it frays like crazy. But oh well, it's not the worst, I suppose. It's just having everything sewn together is like, it's really nice though, but it's also quite a bit to work with now. Because I was used to when all the pieces were still apart and such. There we go. Ta-da. And yeah, this is probably what's gonna take me a bit longer. But I think having that detail in there is gonna be like, especially because this is for a, I keep forgetting that this is gonna be for a competition. So I'm like, doing this is like, sometimes I feel like I'm going a bit overboard with it. But I'm like, this does show how wide of a range of skill I have. And I think that's gonna be really cool. Although I'm a bit worried because I'm not the best with like making skits and stuff, because I've never done that before. There's no such thing as going overboard. Yeah, that's fair enough. But I do realise that I'm doing quite a lot for this cosplay. And I mean, I'm really happy with it. Like how much I've been doing, because it's so much fun as well. It's a lot of fun. But that is indeed true. I'm going overboard, no chatting. Oh. But I do realise I am doing quite a bit for this cosplay. Because for anyone who doesn't know, it's already been a year since I... Like, technically I started this cosplay on the 6th of August. And I started streaming on the 23rd of August. So my anniversary is technically really close. It's like next week. But I unfortunately work on the 23rd. So it's going to be on the 24th. It's going to be the anniversary. And hopefully I'm going to be free that entire day. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to try and get that day entirely free. And I'm going to do... I'm going to make a Genshin bubble. Because... I love Genshin and I want to do something for the entire day. I'm gonna start early, like Jelly. Like, it's gonna be a big stream. But I wanted to do something cool for, like, make something that I can put in the background as well. And yeah, I'm gonna be my first anniversary, my first year here on Twitch. And then I think somewhere in October, or at the end of October, I'll have my stream, like, affiliate anniversary. But I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. I might do a stream, or like a gaming stream. I mean, I will do a stream, but game related. But yeah, I'm very excited. I've got a big plan, but I do think I need to buy a few things before I can do that, because I don't think I have the right color of felt. Which, like, it's alright. I can go somewhere very easily to get that. So I'm not worried about that. But I do need to get it, you know, otherwise I can't start the stream. Otherwise I can't do it. What a surprise. But yeah, there's a lot of exciting things happening. Which is like, I don't think I'll finish this cape before my summer vacation ends. Because there's still a lot of stuff to do. Like, I mean, I can technically grab everything. No, I do think no, not yet. Because then I've got too much stuff laying around again. But I have another folder that is filled with all the small details for the second part of the cape. And it's a lot. Let me tell you. Like I keep saying, it is quite a lot. Because not only will because for this, the first part, I only have the outside layer that has details. But for the second part, the lining is also gonna have a detail. It's not as heavily detailed, but there is still detail in that, in the cape. On the inside as well. Which the first thing that we're gonna do is what I did with this as well, is like, thanks to quilting, I now know how to do difficult shapes, sew them together. So I did this, how I learned it at quilting. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like tiny stitches, they're 1/2 centimeter. And that's what I'm also gonna do for the lining as well, and for the outside layer. Because the outside layer has like the difficult like round shapes here as well. I can do it with the sewing machine, but I want them really sharp and pointy, and I think with the sewing machine that was gonna be quite difficult. Or at least I already tried it with the mock-up and I already struggled with that one. So I'm like, I can take a little bit more time with it and take the long route and make it more pretty. And that's what I chose to do. It's like, it's gonna take a lot longer to do, but it's like these curves, like I'm very proud how these turned out. Like they're so round. Like even, oh well, I can't, like this, I did this by hand, and look how sharp this is. It's, I'm very happy with how that one turned out. It's just so neat and so nice, and I'm like, yes, I can gush over this entire cosplay for like hours on end. Well, I can show you this better, yeah. Because this is the other side without the hoop. Like I'm gonna go from this small bit to like there, and then to there, and then did that. And yes, these two don't come across really well, but that is okay. Like that small little detail, I don't mind it as much, but the rest looks, oh, it looks so nice. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy with it. Yeah, I think cause we've got like an hour around there. I do need to ask that though, because I keep forgetting what we're gonna eat. There we go. I asked the very important question on when we're gonna eat. Because that means I'm either gonna stop at 5 p.m. or maybe 6:30. Because I do want to go until yeah, I think I'll finish these on the second stream, which is gonna be on Wednesday. Gonna have another stream on Wednesday, and then another stream. Yes, 3 streams in a week. But then on Sunday we'll start actually on a new thing, because I realized that I do need to start on the next pattern, and that's gonna be for the blouse, which is gonna be one of the easier ones to do. So I mean the base of the blouse is gonna be easy. The details, there's quite a lot. And also Sunny, welcome in. Hello. I hope you are doing well. And we're doing some embroidery. We're making little wings for my beautiful cape that I'm only or almost like done with the first part. Or I feel like I am almost done. I'm technically not done. Yeah. Hi. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm just doing a simple satin stitch right now. And you can kind of see where the blue lines are, but that's like what I want to do. But yeah. Oh, it looks so pretty. And I'm so happy with it. I really can't wait till it's done. Because it's gonna look so pretty. Oh, I'm just gushing over my own cosplay this entire stream. But yeah, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're having fun making jewellery. I hope that's going well. Right? Because you were you the one, or was it someone else? I can't remember correctly, but if you are, I hope that's going well. Like, was it Sunny? I believe it was. But I'm like, second guessing myself now, I suppose. So much fabric. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, we've been talking about cosplay and how cool it is and how close by my anniversary is. It's technically one more week and then I'm 1 year on Twitch, which is crazy to think about. That I randomly started this entire cosplay and streaming and now I'm already 1 year. 1 year has passed. It's crazy. And I'm not even done yet. Which is very reasonable that I'm not done. Because I've been doing this besides a lot of stuff. So besides school, besides my exams, besides work in my summer vacation. Which, you know, if I didn't have a summer vacation or didn't have work, I'd probably be a lot further. But then again, I'm like, I also need money. Unfortunately, you know. That's a thing that we need to live. But I'm getting a raise, so that's really nice. I'm really looking forward to that because I can't remember how much my raise was or like how much of a percent. But if I at least get 5%, I'm gonna have 470 euros, which is like nice. Which is like probably not a lot for many people, but for me that's like the most I've gotten ever paid for my job. Because one, I've been working a lot more because of my summer vacation, but also because I'm getting a raise eventually. But I'm only gonna have it for 2 more payouts, like the one that's gonna be tomorrow and the one month later, and then I'm not gonna get paid anymore because I'm gonna stop working there because I don't like retail. There's no. Ooh, you've been working on a Pokemon cross stage for 2 years now. Dang. Yeah. I've been working on a quilt for technically 2 years already as well. I started that at my internship, or at one of my internships. And it's still not done. I've been doing that one on the side as well. If we count Double Trouble, I've been working on them for 3 years. The 90%. Yeah. I technically have been working on one cosplay for 4 years now, but one part of the cosplay broke, so I need to remake a few things. Second, I want to remake a few things because I now have learned a lot with my study, so I can, because I made that before I did the study and like simultaneously in the first year, but I've learned a lot more things and a lot more techniques that I can just do better. So I'm like, I can make this a lot better, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remake a few things, probably not everything, because I do want to keep it a bit like, this is something that I made as my second cosplay. I do want to keep it a bit trash, because that's like how proud I am of that cosplay, because it's not the best, you know. And then I have this where I can pour all my soul and energy into making it the prettiest it can be. Ugh, I did retail for a bit and just nope, no thanks, not going back. Yeah, it's like I wanted it because that's the only job that wanted to have me. First of all, I didn't want to do like the magazine thing where you go door to door. I hated that because I helped my brother a few times here and there, and I had such a bad, because apparently walking in front of someone's window to go to their door, because like I could like walk from one door to the other, but then I would like walk in front of their window. Apparently that was not like, they did not like that at all, and I'm like, but there, I can literally go there. There is like stones there to walk on, and they were so mad at me. I'm like, I don't ever want to do that again. Like, apparently people are so angry for you to just walk in front of their window. they're gonna be mad at a 13-year-old. So I never wanted to do that again. And also I was so anxious that I got the wrong houses, because apparently people get mad when you do that as well. Like, it's a bunch of old people that just get mad because they get things they don't want, or you do something that pisses them off. Now, like, I'm just 14. Jeez. And then I did, like, well, also the reason why I started so late with, like, working as well, because I just had not fun experiences. And I just wasn't the happiest person, so you don't really think about going and working. And then I started retail, and my colleagues, that are amazing. Like, they're very nice, they're very helpful. It's just the clients, like the people that go shop there, are just the worst. Like, no, like, I don't even do anything wrong and they just get mad at me. Like, not that long ago I had a very, very bad experience with a customer, and I was just trying to help them, but they were just offended at me for trying to help them. And it was very, very, like bleh. Wasn't fun. Yeah, teleport. It's like, I mean, I could walk around it, but then again I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I just want to do this the fastest and get it done with, because people are also waiting for their stuff, you know. Some people really want those folders and read them to be like, what are the sales that are happening today or this week, you know. But yeah, I don't like that person, and I hope they moved. I hope they aren't here anymore in this town, because I don't like them. Me. But, like, I don't understand why you would get mad, though. Like, I guess you don't like it, but why would you get mad at a 14-year-old? They were just doing their job. And that's why I also don't understand. Why do you get so angry at someone when they can't do anything about it? Like, someone got angry because their lipstick isn't there continuously. Like, I don't know why we're not getting that specific color of lipstick, but they're getting really mad about it. I'm like, we can't do anything about it. Like, why are you getting mad? Like, you can just not wear that lipstick. Like, it's not the end of the world if you're not wearing that lipstick, you know? But no, apparently it is the worst thing that could happen to them, so they're getting angry about it. Yeah, I'm like, I'm just having sweaty hands, man. They're the worst. Me. Or this, it's not great when you're trying to embroider. Yeah, like, why? And I get if you're having a bad day, but taking that out on someone else isn't that's just not the way to do it. You know? That's not how you communicate. But yeah, and it's also not the job I want to do. Like, the job I want to do is make clothing for people. And yes, I do still work for a client, but it's different. Because yes, you do see them, if they want it to their size, you do see them and you do talk to them. But it's a different interaction, you know? It's a lot different than stupid people that want to buy their shampoo, you know? It's like, why isn't this still working? And I'm like, did you read the sign? And I'm like, of course I did. And then they completely read it wrong. And I'm like, yes, of course that can happen. But that means that you're not getting that sale. And then people try to convince me that they still can get that sale, even though, like, you're making up a sale that doesn't even exist. Like, that's not how it works. I can't put that, like, even the register can't even do that, you know? They can't just give you a sale that doesn't exist. And that's also funny to me. Like, why do you think that you can just have that? You're not entitled to a sale that doesn't exist. And sometimes, yes, we do have mistakes, and we have like signs up that were from last week and not from this week. And then they do get the sale because that was our mistake, you know. But if you completely read it wrong and think there is a sale that isn't there, it's like, you're not gonna get it. Or like, I have these 3 items, but I actually only want 2 of them. Can I still get the sale with the 2 items instead of the 3? Because I only need 2, you know. And I'm like, no, you're gonna only get the sale from the 3 items. Because the item with the 2 of them doesn't exist. If it doesn't scan, it's free. Oh yeah, that like people are like, yeah, I can't scan this, so I can't sell it to you. I'm like, well, why not? I'm like, because I can't scan it, so I don't know what price to give you. And we do put stickers on some of them. So sometimes I do have to ask my manager if like, is this okay to sell? If it's like the last item, and they're like, yeah, you know, we want to get rid of it, so here, have it. But then the thing is, if they want to return it, they can't. Or like, if they remove the sticker from it, they can't return it, because that's the only way to know how expensive it is, or like what the price is. And for like because sometimes tags and or like the things that are like the paper things that are put on there, like they fall off sometimes because people are reckless, you know. They don't look for those stuff that can easily break off. And they're like, is there anything other in, or is this the last one? And they were like, yes, this is the last one. I'm like, yeah, sorry, I can't sell this to you because there's no way for me to know how expensive it is. Or how much it is, I mean. And then they get mad at me, and I'm like, yeah, sorry, that some other person in this store was like, yeah, let me just be reckless and not care about the products that I'm taking from the shelves. And just ripping things apart, because that's the, like, also the annoying thing. We sell clothing items, and I don't know why, but every single time when we put it like very nicely in its place, immediately 2 seconds afterwards, it's entire chaos. I'm like, it was so nice and so neat, and then people complain that the store is messy. I'm like, yes, it's because of you. Me. You made it messy, so why are you complaining? But also thank you for the hydrate and stretch. I will do that. I can rant about it like all day long. But maybe we should talk about something else. Because, I watched your little gremlin fool. Yeah, like... The reason why I don't want to do it anymore is like my colleagues, they're the loveliest people that I can work with. Like, they're very lovely, except for like the 14-year-olds. They're scared of me apparently, or they just don't want to talk to me because I'm a grown-up and that's not cool. But other than that, they're very lovely, and they're actually very sad that I'm leaving, because apparently I'm such a good employee that they don't want me to leave. Because I'm someone that cleans up after themselves instead of putting it somewhere that it doesn't belong. And I like, it's such a simple thing. I ask questions, and like apparently people don't do that when they work there. And I'm like, but if you don't know, you just ask. It's not like you're gonna die. And apparently that's a very good quality to have, to just ask questions. But I said like, yeah, no, sorry, I'm not gonna do it. I don't have the motivation to stay here, so I'm not gonna stay here. It's been lovely working with them. I just, no. You know, sometimes it's okay to say no and stop with something that you just don't like. And to be honest, I don't get paid enough for the stuff that I do. Like, my hourly pay is like shit. And you know, the thing that I always hate, whenever I change something where at the place that I work, something good happens. So like, I worked in the Friday in the evening, and when I was like, now I need to start working on the Saturday because I have an internship and now I can't work on that time again. And then just when I started that change, they started putting like you get like 25% more because you're working after 6 o'clock. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And then now, when I'm leaving, I get a raise. And I'm like, why? Why does this always happen when I'm changing things? Like, couldn't you just done this like a few months before? You know? I could have had more benefit from it then. But yeah, it doesn't make up for the daily abuse. Yeah, like, they like tell us to do stuff with like people that steal, and like we should do this and stuff. I'm like, I don't get paid enough to deal with people that steal. They're gonna steal no matter what anyway. I'm not qualified to do anything about it. And you should do that. But then they're too busy doing with other things, and like, I can try my best to do the things that you've recommended to do, is like saying hello to people, because then they're less likely to steal because they know you're in the store. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does, and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I can do that, but more than that, I'm not gonna do, because it's just sad how much I get paid. It really is. And then like when you turn 18, you're like required to pay like a lot of stuff, and without getting money from the government, I would not have been able to pay everything that I needed to pay for when I was 18. So I'm really happy that I get stuff from the government, like money from the government to pay for everything, because otherwise, with how much I was getting at my job, I would not have been able to pay, and I would have been in debt. And that's just really bizarre. Like, how can you do that? How can you put responsibility on someone that does not have the means to do that without getting help from the government that is asking you to pay all this stuff? It's like very, very weird to me that's the system that we live in today. And no wonder a lot of people struggle because of how little they get paid. Like, I understand, because it's fucking crazy that they think that that's normal when it's not. But yeah, I am very hopeful that I'm gonna have more than 5% of a raise, because that means I can get closer to 500, and I really, really want that. Because then I believe next time I would get close to 400 again as well, because of how much I've been working. Because last week I was so stupid with work, because I said I could work at a few days, but I didn't realize I was already scheduled for that week. So I was working 5 days a row, and I'm never gonna do that again. But then again, I've got 2 weeks left. This week is kind of okay. I got 4 days, but then with a break in the middle, which isn't too bad. But yeah, and I don't work like... I worked one day for 9 hours, and I don't ever want to do that again. It's too much with the little amount of break that I get from like a 9 hours. It's crazy. Honestly, the braking system, or like the breaks that I get, is like, I don't agree with it, honestly. I don't agree with it, but you know, I can't really do much about it, unfortunately. A day break makes... Yeah, it does. Because I will be doing a few things. Like, I'm gonna continue with the cosplay on that break day, because I do want to do something, but I'll start at like 2 p.m. and I'll stop at like 5 p.m. Okay. Wee. And that's already good enough for me. Because like for 3 hours you don't get a break. For 4 hours you get 50 minutes. For 5 hours you get 50 minutes. When you work 6 hours you get half an hour. And then for 9 hours you get an hour of a break. And like for 7 you get like 45 minutes. and that's like you get 15 minutes and then half an hour break. But like when you're working 5 hours with just 15-minute break, that's like, and you're standing all day, I don't know how I'm doing it, honestly, because my feet are like just broken. I should also say that I need to buy better shoes, but you know, when you get such shitty pay, you just can't get new shoes, you know, because that's like 50 euros if you want to get good ones, and even more expensive if you want to get really, really good ones. And then you just get 100 or 120 a month, and like, you need to pay a lot of shit, and then you don't have 50 euros to pay for shoes, you know. And now that I do have, like, I'm gonna put away for shoes now, because because mine are just they're broken, they're kaput, they're not good anymore. And I like walking on them for like 5 hours, it's just not good. And sometimes I do like, I'm just gonna sit for a minute longer, because I'm just like, no, just no. And I don't think they mind as much, because I've never really had a complaint about it, that I take too long of a break. Because sometimes I forget for like when I started my break. And like, I'm just gonna do 5 more minutes, you know, 5 more minutes, not that bad. And I've never really been like, you are taking too long of a break. So that I'm really happy about that, and it is indeed inhumane. Another job you can get up to grab a drink/snack, etc. But retail you get in trouble for going to, yeah. Luckily though for us, we don't get in trouble for going to the bathroom. So I'm glad they don't do that. But like, if I wanted to get because I mostly am at the register all the time, and I don't drink water my entire shift unless I have a break, because I don't think, like, I can stay close to the register, but I can't leave the register, you know, because of robberies and stuff like that, and people get annoyed when they have to wait at the register as well. So I don't really get a chance to grab a drink of water, and then the other people are also busy with doing their thing, and then I can't just ask someone to give me a glass of water. Like, sometimes, well, if I actually really, really, really need one, I do ask for it, of course. But yeah, I don't hydrate well enough at my job, which is like not good. And that's why I love my other job, which I'm technically not really working because I don't have a contract there. But I had an internship there, and they really love me there, and I'm kind of like, which might be a little illegal, but you know, it's not too bad. I get nice breaks there. I can hydrate whenever I want. If they understand when we're done with, like, if we're like, you know, it's at the end of the day and we just want to do something simple, we're like, okay, let's stop doing the difficult stuff and let's start doing something different. And you know, they understand that it's a very demanding job to do sewing and stuff. So it's a lot more, like, it's a lot better, I think. And eventually, when I'm done with school, I hope to have an actual contract there. And I will be working like 2 or 3 days, I believe, because they're a company, but they're a one-man company. I hope that's the right word for it. But there's only one boss, and I think she has one employee, or like one person that works for her, and if not, she works a lot with like freelancers and stuff, and with people like me, and with people that have or internships. Like, she works a lot with that as well. And then, yes, that is because we don't get paid at our internships, or at least they did make a rule that companies should do it more often, and then not, because you're basically doing free labor, and sometimes the labor is very intense and you should get paid for it. And it also depends per company, because like a friend of mine that works at a hospital, they will get paid for the internship that they do, because a hospital can pay for that, you know. A company like that can pay for an internship. But like what I do, it's a lot more difficult for a company to pay their interns, because that's just how they kind of run their business, basically, with free labor. But I mean, you do learn a lot, which is also for free. I've also been given a lot of free stuff as well. So like I do free work for them, and I also get some free stuff out of it, which is nice. If we're going to like, I don't know if you guys know them, but that like they're very big shops for like fabrics or like, I don't know the English word, but forniture. So it's like buttons or thread or like anything else, like embroidery thread. Like I was asked like, is there anything you want to get, and I'll pay for it. And those are like, I give them free labor, I can get something free back. Of course, that's not every company, because it's very specific to the ones I've worked at so far. At one of my internships, I actually got a gift for my birthday, you know? So that's like, it's a lot different than, you know, my friend who works at a hospital. Yeah. But it is true that we should get paid for the internships that we do. I just can understand that the job that I do, that it can be more difficult. But I do think we should encourage the companies to be like, hey, do give us back something. It might not be a lot, you know, but at least something is better than nothing, you know? And I think I do got back, like, because I get paid now for working there, for working at my internship. Or like, it's basically my job now, technically, but not officially. Or haberdashery, yeah, that was the word. It's like all the, like, it's not the fabrics, but everything else that comes with sewing. And that's really, I just at the time didn't know what I wanted, so I was like, nah, I'm okay, I'm fine. And I'm thinking I actually could have gotten a few things, but I'm like, it's okay, I can get that another time. And yeah, I think just the internship that I work at now is just a lot better than, yeah, the whole stories. Oh, it is true though, because I went there for the first and I was like, there are so many things I want to get, but I don't know what to use it for. That's also the problem, like, I can get all of this stuff, but I'll have that later out and I don't know what to do with it. Oh. But yeah, big stores like that, I just love them. Because they're so big and there's so much stuff to buy, and it's just a dream to go there. So, you're not supposed to be in there, but alright. But yeah, at least I can, because like for my Fenty cosplay, I got some grommets for free from my internship. Or from my work, I should say. It's my work now. Because they don't use them anymore, because they're too big for the things that they actually want to use it for. So I was like, you know, you're not using them anymore, can I just grab a few? And if I need even more of them, I'm like, can I just have a bit more, because I ran out of them? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you can take them. Because I did have to buy like the pretty ones I'm gonna use for the final one, so that I have the little mechanism to, you know, punch them, or like have the grommets work basically. So I did need to buy that, but that was like 11 euros, I believe, for a few of them. I mean, it could be a bit expensive, but it isn't too bad, you know? It isn't too bad. But then if I needed more grommets, because they're silver ones and I needed black ones for the Fenty cosplay, because those are just prettier. Because I'm gonna work with a very dark brown as well. and I think black grommets just gonna look better than silver. Because yes, I am gonna make an actual corset for the Venti cosplay, because I think it does work like a corset, but that's how the back looks. Because I had to take a really weird picture in order to get that information, because normally it's hidden by the cape, but with an idle animation, which I'm really happy with, I can actually see underneath the cape, and I can see the blouse as well, of kind of how that works. Because it has pleats in the front, but also in the back, and you normally don't see that unless you do some game gymnastics and wait for his idle animation, then have it so that you can see underneath his cape, and then you can take a picture of it. And there is a thing in Genshin where they blur because of inappropriate pictures that people take. So I don't have the best quality of picture because he's kind of see-through, but this is what I wanted. This is the idle animation that he does, so that his cape just flows and then I can see underneath his cape, and that's like, thank you. And you can see that it has kind of like a corset back. Although with all the cosplays that I've seen so far that from Etsy and stuff, this is like elastics and you just pull it over, but I want to make it a corset. And then you've got the I don't know what they're called, but I think they're pleats, but they're very small and close together. And then you also got this seam here that you normally don't see, and all that stuff. So that's really nice that I was able to do that, because then I know more about the construction of the clothing, or at least how they did in the game. Because yeah, Venti's gonna be a lot of work as well, but I know how to make everything. And the collar for the blouse is also a very interesting one I've never done before as well, but I got some pictures thanks to a lot of lovely people that know what kind of blouse he has, or at least the collar part, because I was like, I've never seen this before, I've never learned this, it's not even in my books as well that I have from school, so I'm like, what the hell is this? But I finally found it, and I'm gonna kind of freestyle it, and with the mock-up I know how to do it and such. But I think from looking at pictures from Etsy as well, or like from tutorials from people like, how do I cosplay Venti? Like there are some tutorials on YouTube, and I was like, how did it put it on? And then I can also see it a bit closer, or just how everything looks, and take inspiration from it. Because of course I'm gonna make it 10 times better than what they did. Because like this is like what I do is like a lot of work. Because I think with like the ones that I've seen on Etsy, I don't know if there's like more fancier ones, probably from like Doki Doki or Owo Cosplay. I think this is also a company that make cosplays and such, and they're a bit more quality, I believe, than the ones on Etsy that I've seen so far. I've not been like deep diving into every single thing there, but the ones that pop up at the top, but yeah, they're just printed onto the fabric, and like it's something that's, it's very cheaply made, because they don't, I think Doki Doki or Uo Cosplay, they might use vinyl. It's like they have a different kind of fabric, but then just glue it on there. But I'm like, no, let's take the long run and make it fancy. And I don't want you to catch that. Meh. And just do some embroidery, because I think, look at that already. That looks, look how nice that looks. I'm really happy with that. But yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna go with that conversation. Oh, but I do think I'm really happy with how much detail I'm putting into this. Because I've seen someone else made an entire Venti cosplay as well, with their own patterns, I believe, on Instagram. Although I haven't seen them posting much anymore. And that's okay, you know. I haven't posted, because I've finished a lot of things as well, but I just haven't posted anything on Instagram anymore, because I just keep forgetting to take pretty pictures. It's like, I'm having vacation, it's okay. You know? That kind of situation. But yeah, I've seen them do the cape and they did it in a different way, and I'm like, yeah, that's also a way to do it. And now I realize that I could have done it better, but I'm like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I've done. Like, I'm already proud of how well because then I would have needed to redraw the entire second part of the cape, and I already done it 2 times. So I didn't want to do it again. And I think I'm happy with it now. The pleats on the second part of the cape might not be the best, you know, but I think all the details and everything will be okay. It'll be fine. It might not be as pretty as what they did, but it's what I've done. And I'm very hecking proud of what I did. Because I technically, like, all these patterns are basically freestyled. And that's crazy as well. Like, I just, like, how we say that in Dutch, that we've got a very beautiful saying for it. And that's, ik heb het met de losse pols gedaan. Dus gewoon even wee whoop. You know, I just did it, you know. It's very easy. Anyone can do it. But actually, no. You need pretty good art skills to do what I've done. And not everyone has that. Because some people make their patterns in digitally. Which, if I want to make clothing, I'm probably going to do that as well. Because it is a lot less paper waste. Because that was what I realised as well with my Venti cosplay. I've had a lot of paper now that I've thrown away or that have just been laying around, because I'm not sure if I want to throw away the wrong patterns yet, because I'm making it for a competition and such, and just to have it as evidence, I suppose. But yeah, where was I going with that again? My train of thought is gone. No. Yeah, I forgot where. That's always nice when I keep forgetting where my train of thought is going. It's very lovely. Because I'm just babbling at this point. Just rambling. A little bit more chatty now than at the beginning of stream. So I was a little less chatty. But also because there wasn't a lot of people around. Which just happens to me when there's not a lot of people, I get less chatty. But then a lot of people show up and I'm like, oh, it's time to chat. And you know, it's been a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun. And then I rant about how I don't like my job. And I'm leaving and I really like that. And I can't wait to check out if I can, because I have an app for my work, and I can look one day before I get my payment or my payout, how much I'm gonna get, and I'm always unsure when I'm gonna get it, because sometimes I get it like really late in the day, but sometimes I get it midday. So I'm gonna see if I already can see how much I'm gonna get. Because that also, they also explain in that PDF file of how they calculate, and there's all the information and such in there. And I'm probably gonna have to save a few things, because you need that information as well if you want to for your next job. If like they want to know how much you've earned at your previous job or stuff like that, you have those files to, you know, show them how that company did all the calculations and stuff like that. And how, you know, there's all the information and stuff. And for me, it's not been really that important, and I don't know how important it's gonna be when I'm actually gonna work again. But I'm gonna save them just in case, you know? Now, I mean, they're on my phone, but I can send an email to myself and have it on my laptop.
The time is 5 o'clock
5
p.m.
o'clock. Yeah, I can understand that, because I don't know if you heard that, but my tummy was rumbling. I'm getting hungry, but it's almost dinner time in like an hour. I'm gonna go for another half an hour. Yeah, and then I'm gonna stop, because I didn't really take a break today to eat a snack. That's on my part. I was like, oopsie. But yeah, then we're gonna stop. I don't know what I'm gonna do before next stream. I might finish this one off stream, and then I can go and continue on with the next one. Next stream. Which is gonna be like in 2 days on the Wednesday. Which is quite fast already. Which is nice, because I wanted to do, because last week I didn't do, like, I only did a stream on the Sunday, which I normally do. But I didn't have any other streams, because I was so busy with work. And I'm like, come here, I don't want that. So now I just want to make up for it by doing a lot of crafts. Because I also just really love it. I love to do the crafts. Also, I'm working completely off stream. I'm so sorry. I always move everything around and you can't see what the hell I'm doing. Oopsie. Also, do I want to... I can go for a tad bit more. Also, the back looks really funny now as well, with all the little dots and stuff. And I made a few little mistakes over there with embroidery. Also, no gaming stream this week, but next week maybe. I'll have to see, because next week I'll also go back to my other job. I'll have my last 2 days at my retail job. And then I won't have to come back there again. Unless they plan me in on the Monday, because I stop at the 28th, but I don't know if they are able to put me on the Monday as well, because that's technically my last day. But you know, I can actually see that, can't I? Let me see, because I'm curious now. 35. Oh no, yes. Then, right. I'm so sorry for my tummy. Yes. Yeah, there we go. I'm not planned in at all that week. Nice. So my last day at work is gonna be the 26th. Yeah. Then did I do that one correctly? Wait. Sorry. Now I'm just like... Oh no, yeah. I did right. But yeah. I'm very happy that I've got like 6 days more of working there, which is like 5 to 4 hours of work, with one very long day this Saturday, unfortunately. But oh well. If that's the last long day that I have to do, then I don't really mind it as much. But I'm gonna be like dead the day afterwards, or the Nah, maybe not the day afterwards, but just that day is just gonna be dead. Or I'm just gonna be dead. So I made a little mistake again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop now. There we go, and let's grab a new thread because it's getting too small. But we got pretty far with the one that we had because I grabbed a pretty long thread. There we go. And that was my needle. Ball. I can't wait for tomorrow and for Friday, because Friday is when I'm gonna buy some storage units, and the crafting room is gonna be so neat, and you're gonna see it on Sunday. On Sunday you'll see the very neat and pretty crafting or sewing room, because I'm gonna do pattern work that day. Gonna do some patterns. So, I think I can do it in 3 hours. Yeah. Oop. Okay. Like that, yeah. It's so much moving around with this one. But we're getting there. Almost halfway, I think. Probably not, but you know, stay optimistic, I suppose. Still got a few more minutes left. But I am getting really hungry though. Ah yes, it is time for food. Why do you want to make a knot now? That's not what I've asked for. Oopsie. You know what? I'm actually gonna look at who's live already. Because my stomach is like, eat, please, and that's the wrong one. That's YouTube. I want Twitch, please. Ooh, there's a lot of people live. I know who we can raid, or at least I'm gonna look and see. Yeah. I'm gonna see. I hope they will go for a while. You know what? I think I'm gonna stop because I'm getting really hungry and I want to eat a snack. And I can do that in a second, you know. So, yes. Ooh. Oh, they're doing that. They're doing embroidery as well, but then on the sewing machine. Why don't we go and check that out? Because since we're working with embroidery, why not go with someone that is also doing embroidery? Keep the embroidery vibes going. I can eat a snack. It is time for snack, and I really need to eat snack. Oh, but let's go and raid a very cool feathered phoenix. Although sorry for the ads. You know, you're gonna have this beautiful thing, but I'm gonna go here because then I can move this aside. I'm sorry. I know. Oh dang, they're there. Alright, I have that set up. Now, yes, I'm gonna end. I think the ads are done now. If not, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm getting hungry. I need to get a little snack before I'm gonna eat dinner. I want to thank everyone so much for joining today. Wait, no, I can a little later as well. I want to thank everyone that has been joining us today. It's been a lot of fun. It was a bit of a quieter stream today, but that's alright. I hope everyone still enjoyed the stream. We've gotten really far. I don't know how far I'll get before Wednesday, but you'll see when I'm gonna stream how far I've gotten. If not, I will also post it, if I don't forget, of course. I'll point it in the Discord. No. There we go. I need to spell it correctly, otherwise the thing is not gonna do it. Oh, thank you. Sleeves, I hope you have a lovely day as well. Also, hi YouTube. This will also be on YouTube, unedited, of course, because I don't know how to do that yet. But yeah, also on YouTube you can watch back all the videos. For my gaming streams, I might try and do editing, so it might take a while for those episodes to come on for Undertale, because we started Undertale on my stream as well. But that's one gonna take a while before I start that. But yeah, on my schedule and stuff, and you can post cool stuff on the Discord as well. Follow the, you know, general guidelines and just be nice, and then all is good. Same for the stream, you know, just follow the guidelines and be nice, be wholesome, because we're a wholesome Christian channel. Or Minecraft server, I mean. But now we're gonna raid into a feathered phoenix, because they're doing lovely embroidery. I think, yes, we also have a raid message, finally. So you can copy that one. I don't have anything for the subs, because I don't know how that really works with the thingy, so for now we'll just have a lovely little raid message for everyone. And I hope everyone's gonna have a lovely rest of the day. I hope all the crafts that they do go alright, or games, or whatever you're doing. I hope it all goes well, and I hope you see you back either Wednesday, Sunday, or whenever you can be back again. You know, pop in whenever you want. And I'm gonna say goodbye again because I'm really hungry. So bye bye everyone, and have a lovely time at Feather Phoenix. Bye bye.